Hello everyone, NoRespawns here, hope you're having a grand start to the week. So I have made you another mod, and if this giant pile of junk didn't give it away, I finally gotten around to actually making a mod which is a Davy-style junk walls for Sanctuary Hills. Now I've been meaning to do this for quite a while. I do apologise for maybe backburnering the mods a wee bit. It's just that my first and only mod was quite a major undertaking that maybe was a bit too big for someone who hadn't made any mods before, and mainly because it was mostly decoration. So this one is more kind of your traditional building mod. I've had quite a lot of fun making it, but at the same time it wasn't like my other Sanctuary home, which is also a bit of a buggy mess, where I was a bit obsessive about it. Just never felt decorated. But I'm quite pleased with how this has turned out. So basically this is effectively, I'll be walking around now, but it's kind of the traditional. If you've seen my old sanctuaries, this is basically walling off that area. So kind of the central four houses, so including the player home, the workshop home, this house, which I always give to Jun and Marcy, and then that one house over there, which you can completely scrap. Now, the whole idea for this this mod is it's quite a simple one that's going to be slightly modular as well. And the fact is I'm going to have this as a separate mod that you can then use with my other sanctuary mods. That's the plan. So, for example, in this one, I haven't done any cleaning other than what was necessary to actually place things down. And as you can see, if you peeked through the doors, I haven't done anything to the houses whatsoever. So the plan is that this will work with my player sanctuary home mod. And so you can basically just have both, either or one or the other. And by the way, that mod will be getting a lot of upgrades soon because it is a little bit of a buggy mess. So let me just go on the inside. It's pretty straightforward. I didn't want to do anything too over the top. As you kind of know my style, I want something kind of scrappy but believable. Kind of something that mimics the style of Bethesda themselves. And I'm quite pleased with the way it looks. Obviously, this is on the creation kit, so I had a little bit more kind of leeway in terms of where I was positioning stuff. So I've used kind of a collection of shack walls and then put barbed wire around the top, so it looks quite grand. And I put loads of stuff on the outside. Now, just as a highlight, yes, I'm well aware that technically putting all of this stuff out here is actually poor for defense because people could then clamber over it, but it looks cool, and that's the most important thing. Now, those of you who are familiar with the creation kit will have a question I've already going to answer for you now, which is, yes, I've remembered to do the nav meshing this time. So, this is another reason why I've got to tweak my Sanctuary player home. I didn't understand nav meshing at all. So, for example, Codsworth, if you installed the mod and then started a new game, Codsworth would have gotten stuck behind the fences that I put there because it never occurred to me to make him a path to get out. I have done that now, and I'm going to use my lovely assistant, Hancock, is going to check. Actually, Mama Murphy can do it. So I've done this one. So they recognise it. They don't walk into the walls. For the love of God, you don't walk into that wall. Basically, it's surprisingly less intimidating than I thought. I'll ignore those texture glitches. But I had to effectively just cut the walls out of the nav mesh and then draw a new section just to walk across here. It was really, really quite simple.
Hey.
Hancock, come here,
Over
and it
here.
works for companions as well. So see, he doesn't even bang his shoulders into the wall. And the same with this one over here. Normally I don't do a back entrance, but because I wanted this to actually be something you can install and then start a new game,
Move here.
I'll just close the door. That way, Codsworth. And I have actually tested it, so just before I started recording this video, I did reload an earlier save for when I'm in the vault. Voila! And I tested it on Codsworth in the opening of the game, and he does walk through and open the door, so it won't interrupt and get in the way of things. And as you can see, I've deliberately even put it so I've cut out the edges of the doors. So sometimes I made the nav mesh a bit too, and people would kind of just do this a bit and then just kind of get stuck. Whereas now, they walk straight through, and it's very, very grand. Quiet, Hancock. A bit busy, mate. I'll talk to you later, babes. Yeah, you stay there. So basically, yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. It's quite a simple mod, but effectively now you can just download this. It is available on all platforms, linked in the description. So it's on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. For now, the PC one is on Bethesda.net, but I will probably look at putting onto Nexus just because I know PC users don't like using Bethesda. most PC modders don't like using Bethesda.net, that's it, Nexus.net. They like using Nexus, but I've just never used it before, so I mean, I have used it, but not used it as uploading mods, so that'll just be, I'll mention it in a future video if I get around to doing it. Now, the plan, so basically, one of the things that my last mod taught me is that it was a massive project and that stressed me out, and I just never felt finished. So obviously I haven't got it installed right now, but my last player home mod was very, very decorated, but it was also a bit of a glitchy mess. So those of you on PC may not have noticed this, but definitely on PS4, because I had it, when you went into this room here, it was very, very, very laggy, because there's way too much going on, and it caused the game to kind of frame rate to plummet. And also there were the nav mash issues, and just kind of, there wasn't any power hooked up. It was just a bit of an awkward mess. I will be fixing that over the next couple of weeks. It'll be mostly involve me taking stuff away. I won't delete containers, don't worry, but I will be, for example, there are shelves around, and I will be kind of just removing a bit of the chaff. The problem with this one is because it's an exterior cell, I believe, it means that it's loading the decoration and everything around it, which causes it to be a bit stuttery. Now, the next mod is quite, well, it's technically two, but it's effectively one. It's just there's going to be two different versions of it, because basically all of my mods, or most of them going forward now, will be more building rather than kind of decoration. So the idea being that you've kind of got the framework of a cool structure in place, and you can decorate it as you see fit. So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be roofing off all of the ceilings and blocking off all the windows and kind of just patching up all of the holes in this building, the player home again, and also this building over here. The reason why I say there can be two versions of it, there'll be one where just all three of them are patched up, or one where it's just those two and I leave the player home. So that way you can effectively have my walls, my player home, and my roof patching mod all done. So, and that mod will also clean up as well. So what I did with the settlement walls is I didn't clean up. The patching mod will also tidy up all the leaves and all the bushes and stuff, and just kind of make things a little bit tidier. It's effectively a tidy and fix mod, as I'm going to call it. So that'll be quite grand. There will be no form of power setup or any food or anything in that mod. So any kind of food and power that you want to add, you'll add it through the workstation, the workshop yourself. So basically, where you want to place that, you can place that wherever. The reason for that is just because it saves me a huge amount of time, and it's just not really necessary for me to do it if it's not really kind of the vision of the mod. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Let me know if there are any areas it should work perfectly. I said it shouldn't have any frame rate issues at all. I've got none of them right now, and all of the nav mesh should work grand. But obviously, if there are any errors with it, let me know. If you like it, please leave it some, favorites. I don't even know actually how you rate. I've never actually rated my own mods. I believe you can just hit 5 stars, so do that, please. Or 3 or 2 if you think it's shit, whatever. Just, rate it up so that way it gets some exposure, because I think it would be a cool little mod that I haven't actually seen anyone else do. I'll have a new video in a couple of days, which will be me just kind of fixing the ceilings and all that jazz. And I do have plans to do other mods. I do want to do a home plate mod, which will be kind of similar-ish to my player home, except obviously it won't have to have all of the annoying frame rate issues, hopefully, and also I won't have to design it so much, because it's effectively going to be a copy of my home plate that you've seen about 3 or 4 times already in other videos. But until that point, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you like my little player walls, factory walls. They're quite cool. Put your turrets there. I deliberately left your spots. See, I thought ahead. Yeah, I thought ahead. And yes, I will talk to you lovely people soon. You take care.